Checking. Okay, I'm on. My hat's all weird. Sticking in my head. I just buzzed my hair. When I first do it, it's like Velcro. I put down some MIDI stuff ahead of time. Usually you would see me coming out here and writing a song from scratch. Sometimes I have like a little bit of a riff idea or a melody idea, but mostly that. Today I wrote a whole guitar and bass thing ahead of time on my other computer and then just transferred it out here. Okay, that's going to be annoying. Can I turn that off? You've got to be kidding me. All right, you know what? There's going to be a ding sound every once in a while. We'll deal with it because I can't freaking figure it out. There was just an update, and I'm like pretty sure I used to just be able to go into the sounds thing on here and just go and turn it off, but I can't find it now. It's probably in front of me, but on the spot, I'm like having trouble. So anyway, back to this. Heavy MIDI stuff. So this is going to sound super loud versus the guitar because this is all like stereo and big sounding, and the guitar is not yet because I got to double track it. So I think what I'm going to do here is just a simple thing over top, and I'm going to go like let's see. It's a longer song. I keep writing longer songs lately. All right, well, that's a left and right side guitar. Other side is using a Thaw amp, which is a very new amp plugin. And then this is a pretty old one. It's Spice Effects 2. Came in here to put something on and it just blanked. All right, so Ottawa, not the city in Canada. Yeah, there we go. I just kind of wanted to do, because I was playing it as if I was playing a funk part, but there was no wah involved, so it sounds a little funny, but now there is. So now, let's see, I'm going to take this and go back up a little bit here. Let's see what this sounds like now. That sounds massive. So I might just do something like... Seems kind of simple and stupid, but it might help. Well, if it doesn't, I'll change my mind. So the thing when I do overdubs, I usually just like to do one phrase and then copy paste it, because why waste time? It doesn't seem like it's adding much, but it's adding a little bit of like root note. All right, I don't think I'm going to do anything on the verse, because I want to build this up, and then when I get to the pre-chorus, I'm going to go into a clean. The way I got that MIDI on there, by the way, from my, it's a little MacBook Air. That's why I write a lot of those instrumental metal things. I just uploaded it to Dropbox. The whole session just drops on there as a file, and then I just download it out here. Those clean tracks get turned down a lot, and I just leave those there as like thickener for the chords. I don't know if I want to do a guitar solo over this pre-chorus or not. I think I got that. I did 2 little tries, kind of figured out where I want it to go roughly, and then I just went for it. A lot of times I just punch in and play a random solo, but I just went for it after 3. I'm going to normalize this just to get like the max amount of punch out of the guitar take. It mostly just hits the compressor and the wah harder. Super heavy progressive metal thing, and I got bluesy. I'm gonna be weird because this is a super heavy song and play some acoustic on the chorus. All right, I just grabbed my bass guitar while I was putting the acoustic back on the wall. All right, so I'm gonna take this and put that right on the other chorus parts. If I can remember what crazy modulation I was doing the last time I did this, I'll be good. Now, this isn't very loud, but this is going to cut through the mix like crazy because there's nothing else really in this area. That's the bass part. That's the bass thing. So I got that low MIDI bass, and like just layering that would be stupid. So this way I got like a different thing doing some weird texture underneath. All right, so this is like a drummer track that I'm using for the metronome. So it doesn't like when I track the MIDI drums on it. So I just have a separate regular MIDI track for that. Metronome on, and I'm gonna go to the kit behind me and play. All right, I just finished the drums. I was really hoping I could get through that without messing up right at the end because it's such a flippin' long song. All right, I'm about at full bladder capacity, so I'm gonna need to go take care of that. On the way into the house and back, I'm going to put down some lyrics and stuff like that. All right, so I was just putting down some lyrics. Wasn't doing anything weird. I think I've got a chorus melody already. All right, well, I did the verse. It was pretty much just improvised chaos, I guess. I don't know. Sang the same lyrics for both verses, but they're totally different. I didn't do the chorus. I kind of just didn't feel like I was going to get it consistently, so I just opted to not sing it. All right, I'm going to try and do the other two. If I'm having trouble with consistency, I might just copy paste, but depends on if my brain wants to cooperate. It's not the voice per se, it's just my brain is like, info, delete. All right, that one came out, I think, even better than the first one. All right, I went a little crazy at the end there. Well, why not? I just screamed my face off there. That's good. Let me get my headphones out and monitors back up and stuff. The vocals are accomplished. I got the lyrics right here. I'm right at the moment selecting all and just gonna copy paste because I sang the same thing lyrically in the second verse. I come out here and write a song every morning, and I just kind of have the mindset that I'm just gonna keep doing it. Every time I do, I get a little better. I learn something new, keep trying different things. So yeah, actually I did just learn something new today. This China symbol that I used on the pre-chorus, I was like, man, because I probably got to grab all these MIDI notes and like do some kind of thing. So like there is a way to like, you can like humanize it in Logic and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't feel like doing all that. You can literally just hit this, go to attributes and humanize the velocity. So I was like, oh nice, because my cheap Simmons symbol there is just not very velocity sensitive, so it's like I kind of have to smack the crap out of it, and every velocity that it reads is like full bore. So it sounds fine on the crash symbol, but sometimes on the China it's a little bit annoying, so I put that on and now it sounds all like varied, and I'm like, oh cool, I didn't have to do any work. The lyrics I did are going to be copy pasted to the bottom of the description box. The middle of the description box has a big paragraph of places you can find me online if you want to stream my music. So it's like iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, the list goes on. If you see a service there that you use, you can just go to that service. So if you use Spotify, I don't know why I always choose that one as my example, but if you use that and you go to Spotify, type my name in their search bar, I should pop right up. The top thing I've got in my description box, then that's a link to the best Bible teaching I know of. Always at the beginning of my videos, I say it's Christian rock. Occasionally, my lyrics will be indicative of that. Sometimes it's just random nonsense. I think my verse, actually, this whole song is the random nonsense. Don't always read too much into my lyrics. Occasionally, I'm just like, I have no idea, so I just spout off nonsense. Anyway, though, the teaching is really good. It's objective teaching. Every other thing I see is subjective teaching. This is super on point. Teaching only. It's going to be grammar translation from the original languages. What does this actually say? What were the writers intending? Text in context, because a lot of other places you're going to see text out of context, and that's error. So this is just teaching, good resource. I put it there for that reason. So if you want to check it out, that's why I put the link there. I'll be out here tomorrow and the next day and the next day, unless something crazy happens. But yeah, I guess see you then. Song's coming up, and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.
俺